I do have some concern, but I'll tell you it's a little more subtle than that. My concern is on the Platte and in Colorado is these small treatment plants and what we're putting in terms of trace pharmaceuticals into our streams. People flushing down drugs into their, into the system, agricultural growth hormones, all kinds of things. I think the next great problem, scientific problem we're going to have with water is going to be what we're putting in our streams and we're reusing in terms of our own pharmaceuticals, chemicals. And I see that as much more of a problem than a railroad car overturning in the Colorado River. Because that's happening all the time, and it's a small subtlety, but that's my main concern is what we as humans are putting back in the river. The treatment plants can't get out, and what it's going to be doing to us. And if you look at some research that's been done on Boulder Creek, it's scary.
My main concern is different, and it has to do with non-point source pollution. The biggest water quality problem probably in Colorado is from abandoned mine draining, and we have a lot of that in this basin in the Arkansas, or in the Roaring Fork, as well as the Arkansas. And the next biggest water quality problem is from non-point source pollution, and that's from fertilizers and chemicals added to lawns, fields, golf courses. And the third biggest problem is runoff from the highways. It's a magnesium chloride that we don't like getting stuck on our cars in the winter, but keep us from being in the river itself. That all runs into the river. It's a major source of solubility pollution.
I'll go back to my earlier comment about uranium, which is really the biggest potential crisis in the lower basin. But there are problems in the upper basin as well. For instance, there's a real problem with algae growth in this shallow dam that's part of the Big Thompson project, the Shadow Mountain Reservoir. And there's fecal contamination of the river even in Lake Powell as that lake drops lower and lower, and an incredible amount of pollutant issues in the lower basin. And that's because of the reuse of this water again and again, and the buildup of salinization, various chemicals leached from the land where it's irrigated. There's even an ongoing lawsuit or two against the Bureau of Reclamation for these contamination issues. The river is reused, I've heard an estimate, 8 times by farmlands by the time it reaches the delta. So you can just imagine the water quality problems that are happening there. But uranium is